If someone had told me a few years ago that it would be beneficial for Steve Kerr to leave the Golden State Warriors, I would have said that person was crazy or had lost their mind. However, today, I'd agree that there's merit in that statement. We need to delve a bit more into the current state of the Golden State Warriors, as the team is going through a rather tumultuous period, and it seems that Steve Kerr isn't recognizing the severity of the situation. So, folks, there are several points we need to explore in this video, and I'll organize them to facilitate our conversation. Before we start, I'd like to ask you to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to receive new videos weekly. If you like the video, consider subscribing. Leaving a like also helps to reach more basketball fans, directly contributing to the channel's growth. Now, onto the video. Inspired by the incident with the Lakers involving Darvin Ham, when some fans called for the coach's replacement, a similar situation occurred with the Warriors, with the Golden State Warriors fan base requesting the replacement of Steve Kerr. Kerr, widely recognized as one of the most respectable coaches in NBA history and often considered one of the best, with 4 titles and leading a dynasty that featured exceptional players and one of the best rosters kept together for about 12 to 13 years, now faces calls for a change. And the reason? Kerr has been accused of negligence in managing player rotations, with some athletes losing confidence in his leadership. He's being criticized for missing the chance to give more playtime to young talents with the potential to become franchise stars, preferring to keep the emphasis on the Golden State Warriors veterans. Therefore, before we delve deeper into the individual player analysis, let's revisit the discussion about Steve Kerr and assess his situation. Stephen Curry is considered by many the greatest shooter in basketball history. There isn't much debate about his legacy. He is, without a doubt, one of the best players of all time. Some opinions place him among the top 15 players, others among the top 10, and there are those who consider him the best point guard to ever step on the courts. There have been intense debates about his historical position. Currently, Curry maintains impressive statistics with averages of 26.7 points, 4.7 assists, and 4.2 rebounds per game, in addition to a 39.8% shooting accuracy from three-point range, 44% in total shots, and 92% in free throws up to the date of this video. His performance seems to defy age, remaining at a high level without showing signs of decline. However, Curry's expression during games and on the bench has reflected frustration. Curry has been working harder on the court, especially because the team seems to lose focus in crucial moments, as demonstrated in a recent game against the Denver Nuggets, where Golden State lost a significant lead. The motivation for this video came from observations in recent Golden State games, including one against Denver, where the team was leading by 18 points until the last quarter, even being considered one of the worst teams in NBA history. This situation is a cause for concern and justifies the discontent of the fans. Although Curry continues to deliver excellent performances, the team's disorder threatens his last window of opportunity to win another NBA title, highlighting the need for changes to solve the current chaos of the Warriors. The topic that, in my opinion, is causing the most confusion is the situation involving Chris Paul. The performance of this player and the decision to put him on the court at the same time as Stephen Curry, especially in crucial moments of the games, leads opponents to intensify plays in the paint, an area where defense tends to be vulnerable, especially if defensive help comes from one of them. It is virtually consensus that it's not feasible to keep both on the court during critical moments of the game, unless there is a very robust defensive sector in the paint, which is not the case for Golden State currently. Contrasting with the expectations of a veteran who has elevated the level of every team he has been on, Chris Paul has not shown the same influence. His contribution has not been decisive, and at certain moments of the game, his presence on the court can be less advantageous than if he were coming off the bench to replace Curry. Now, with a hand injury that will sideline him for 6 to 8 weeks after surgery, Chris Paul, who represents a significant investment in Golden State's payroll, will be absent. His unavailability opens up space in the team rotation, which can be both positive and negative, allowing more opportunities for players like Brandon Podziemski and Moses Moody. Moreover, let's talk about Moses Moody and Jonathan Kuminga. Both have shown an impressive trajectory of growth and improvement, which is extremely beneficial for Golden State. However, they have not received enough playing time. Previously, they even mentioned that this situation would represent a challenge in their careers in search of more time on the court. Currently, there is a feeling of dissatisfaction among them. According to information, nothing official, only Jonathan Kuminga has publicly expressed his considerations to The Athletic, while Moses Moody has not yet made a statement. Sources indicate he shares the same sentiment of disbelief in Steve Kerr. It seems unbelievable to question the competence of one of the most celebrated coaches in the NBA, but the reality is these players are being underutilized, with their minutes on the court significantly limited. A situation we previously discussed regarding Golden State. Even when contributing effectively when called upon, they do not receive more opportunities. In crucial moments of the games, they end up being overlooked, as observed in the game against the Denver Nuggets that I followed. Jonathan Kuminga, after that game, a rumor emerged that he had lost confidence in Steve Kerr. This is because Kuminga was left out of the last 18 minutes in the game against Denver. In that game, which apparently marked Kuminga's loss of confidence in Kerr, he expressed uncertainty about his role in the team, questioning whether he should focus on scoring, contributing defensively, passing the ball more, or acting without it, taking advantage of cuts and plays. His utilization becomes more evident only in absences due to suspension, like the recurring ones of Draymond Green, or due to injuries, resulting in limited minutes and absence in the decisive moments by Kerr's choice. Given this, it seems crucial to reconsider the utilization of Moses Moody and Jonathan Kuminga, given the promise both represent. If there are no concrete plans for the future development of these young players, it's crucial that they receive more game time to demonstrate their value in the NBA. This would allow the Golden State Warriors to use them as valuable assets in trades. Otherwise, as their rookie contracts approach their end, other teams may hesitate to offer the value that Golden State expects or the true value of these athletes, since they haven't had the chance to prove their potential due to a lack of opportunities in the team. This is the core of the distrust of these basketball promises. The episode with Jonathan Kuminga, when he was substituted and did not return to the game, illustrates this situation well. Steve Kerr justified his decision by mentioning that, at the usual time for Kuminga to return, about 5 to 6 minutes remaining, he chose to keep the players who normally finish the games. Since Andrew Wiggins was performing notably and the team maintained a considerable advantage. Essentially, Kerr indicated uncertainty about the reason for not reintegrating Kuminga into the game. Andrew Wiggins also faces challenges, including speculations about family issues that may be impacting his focus and performance. In previous seasons, Wiggins was recognized as one of the league's leading defensive and offensive players and played a crucial role in the 2022 title. However, his current performance has been below expectations. Wiggins is expected to resolve these personal issues and refocus on basketball. Although his situation contributes to the team's rotation difficulties, it's not considered the main problem. Adjusting his minutes on the court, but keeping him integrated until he finds his rhythm and resolves off-court issues affecting any player's performance, might be the key, without being the central focus of our discussion. Klay Thompson was also a highlighted topic in the last video about the Golden State, mainly because of the issue of the $48 million and his perceived individualistic and selfish stance when renegotiating with the team that supported him during the worst moments of his career, especially during his injuries. However, it seems there was a productive conversation between Thompson and the team, resulting in a statement we'd like to present. Steve and I had an excellent conversation yesterday, which really reassured me. Sometimes, I forget how successful and fortunate I've been to be part of championship teams, play in All-Stars, and win gold medals. And when you yearn so much to return to that level, you can end up tripping over yourself. We discussed valuing this last chapter of my career and my strength to continue playing at a high level. About being an exemplary mentor to the younger ones, leading by example, maintaining positive energy in every game. He made me realize how negative energy can negatively affect the team. This conversation changed my perspective. Forget about focusing solely on scoring, points per game, or all-star appearances. And yes, value the opportunity to wear the Warriors uniform and everything we've built, as it's a rare chance for any professional athlete to be part of such success. Now, the goal is to pass the baton to the younger ones and continue the legacy. Thus, Thompson acknowledges that his time to prioritize statistics, contracts, and financial aspects has passed. Now, he focuses on contributing with his experience and leadership, despite being in one of the least productive seasons of his career. This change in attitude is positive for Golden State, keeping Thompson as a crucial figure for the development of the team's young talents. Draymond Green is our next focus of discussion, and it seems he finds ways to get suspended quite frequently, which has been problematic. He was sidelined for 21 days, missing about 14 games for the Golden State, and this absence highlighted how essential a player of Draymond Green's caliber, or a more effective rotation, is for the team. Despite his tendencies for suspensions, his absence has brought significant challenges to the team, especially in defense. There were rumors about his possible retirement, in which Adam Silver would have been involved, persuading him to continue playing. This situation raises questions, considering Green's recent contract, which exceeds $100 million. The question remains, what could Adam Silver have said to convince him not to retire? Perhaps something related to the considerable financial amount he still has to receive? It seems plausible. Therefore, Golden State needs to work on Green's psychological aspect to avoid future suspensions and the negative consequences for the team. There are even suggestions of a possible trade, given the instability that his suspensions bring to the team. However, this speculation about a trade becomes unfeasible as long as Steve Kerr does not give Jonathan Kuminga a more active role in the team's rotation. In this context, currently, Golden State finds itself behind the Utah Jazz, occupying the 12th position with 17 wins and 20 losses, which results in a 46% win rate in this NBA season. The environment is not favorable for Golden State, especially at this crucial stage of Curry's career. Steve Kerr is pointed out by many as one of the responsible for this situation. What I observe is that Kerr places excessive trust in the team's veterans, such as Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, and Stephen Curry, neglecting the integration and contribution of young talents to the roster. This approach resembles that of traditional coaches, who prioritize experience over renewal, keeping the rookies in the background while the veterans are available. This season gives the impression that Kerr, known for making good use of his roster, is failing to give space to players who deserve to be on the court. Therefore, the pressure for changes in Kerr's management is understandable, while he does not adjust the rotation in a more balanced way.
We are celebrating our love for the NBA and want to gift you our amazing follower with an official jersey from the team you support. Participating is easy and quick. Here's how you can win. Step number 1. Go to our Free Throw TV channel and click on subscribe. We want you to be part of our passionate basketball community. Step number 2. Follow us on Instagram at freethrow_, and tag 2 friends in our official giveaway post. Share the NBA passion. We will announce the lucky winner on our channel and Instagram. Stay tuned. Don't miss this chance. The giveaway is already underway and ends on February 29th. The winner will be announced on March 1st. Good luck to all participants. Let the games begin.
Now it's your turn to share your views in the comments about the current phase of the Golden State. Do they have a clear path to the playoffs? Is there any point in the video you disagree with? Your perspective is crucial to us, so please, join the conversation. I reinforce the invitation to subscribe to the channel and activate the notifications if you enjoyed the content. Your like is crucial for the channel's growth. A big hug to everyone. Don't forget to check out our social media, available in the description. I'll be waiting for you in the next video. See you later and thanks.